This video is brought to you by Warby Parker. I love Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. No, not that one. No. Or maybe you, I don't know yet. I don't know what to think. I guess I'll have to watch it. It looks weird though. But the original Rescue Rangers cartoon was amazing. The characters, the stories, the intro. I won't do the entire song. Like, it's kind of surprising how well it all works considering that Chip and Dale were originally just some chipmunks that messed around with Donald Duck and fanned the flames of his anger management problems. But in the show, they were solving mysteries and stopping bad guys. But there's one episode in particular that was different. One that featured a topic that carries a lot of weight and can be very uncomfortable. Cults. Oh, that reminds me, the Caleb and Sophia script is almost done.
Why are you drunk?
Moving on. Real talk, I never saw this episode when I was a kid. So when folks were like, yo, Saber, you should check out the cult episode of Rescue Rangers, I was like, what? You mean the cult that worships Gadget in Russia? No, Saber, that's something else entirely. We mean the episode about a cult that worships soda.
Huh.
Yeah, this is a thing. A soda cult that cuts your hair, gives you a robe, takes your stuff, and then baptizes you in orange soda. That's different. The subjects of cult is typically a disturbing one because it's real. Like, this stuff actually happens. Jim Jones with the horrors of the People's Temple, the Branch Davidians and their standoff with the FBI. And then there's this Japanese yoga cult that attacked people in Tokyo on the subway by using this gas. Oh, and here's the thing. There's an actual anime about this cult that was funded by the leader of it. And needless to say, it's kind of weird.
Get Wi-Fi anywhere you go.
So, to see cute little anthro mice don their cult outfits and worship in mass is a sight to behold, and is quite the juxtaposition. But that's one of the strengths of using anthro characters in storytelling. You can disarm the severity of the topic and make it more palatable with talking mice, instead of using actual human characters, which would have made things much more uncomfortable and too realistic. Again, the irony, since Gadget herself has an actual cult in Russia. In America, we call them furries. Oh, come on, don't boo me. That joke was right there, I had to make it. I regret nothing. So, let's take a closer look at the disturbing Rescue Rangers episode, The Case of the Cola Cult.
Come along, you belong. Feel the fizz.
Now, before we jump into the episode, I want to briefly cover the origin of Rescue Rangers. Don't worry, we'll make this fast. Rewind back to the late 1980s. Disney is starting to put more effort into its original animated cartoon shows for television. DuckTales was a big hit, and Disney wanted to keep things going with more original programming. 3 other cartoons were greenlit to join the ranks of DuckTales: Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, and the Rescue Rangers. The show itself was created by Tad Stones and Alan Zaslov. But get this, the original pitch for the show never featured Chip and Dale. It was originally based on the Rescuers movie, but Disney shot down that idea. Tad and Alan bounced back with an original cast of characters that featured a Detective Mouse, a chameleon, and then an early version of Monty and Gadget. Disney liked that a lot more and said, yo, that's good, let's make it Chip and Dale instead, because they are already established characters and brands. And so Tad and Alan moved forward with the concept, but also implemented some updates for both Chip and Dale. I mean, the guys were naked, all right? And that was not going to fly on television. So inappropriate, right?
But we don't normally wear clothes.
Chip was given a coat and hat that is reminiscent of Indiana Jones, while Dale here sports a Hawaiian shirt that many folks think is a homage to Magnum P.I. with Thomas Magnum. In 1989, the Rescue Rangers made their debut, and they were a big hit. The show ran for 3 seasons with a total of 65 episodes, and found itself as one of the pillars of the Disney afternoon block. The series itself featured action, adventure, and of course, mystery. The fiery but bossy leadership of Chip, the happy-go-lucky goofball that is Dale, Gadget, the inventor, and the girl. And of course, Monterey Jack with his crippling cheese addiction. I think there was also a fly. Plus a bunch of other fun side characters and evil villains. All in all, a great series that definitely deserves a place in the Anthro Rodents Hall of Fame, right next to The Secret of Nim and The Great Mouse Detective, and perhaps an honorary spot in the This Made Me a Furry Hall of Fame. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Gadget. So, what's the episode about? Well, it starts off with the rescuers and one of Gadget's inventions, as it flies out of control and the team finds themselves at a cult gathering. As one does, apparently. It's kind of funny because most cults don't admit that they're cults, since, that's a stigma. But these guys are like, oh yeah, we're a cult. A cola cult. We're the Cuckoo Cola Cult. Trademarked. Come on in. We're then treated to one of the catchiest commercial jingles ever made, which is fantastic considering that it's for a fictional soda. Like, after hearing it, I was like, I want that soda. We then learn about some ritual the cult calls the Fizzed, which is when a mouse gives up their earthly possessions, tosses them into a soda can, and then watch the can dip into the soda bucket as the belongings miraculously disappear. After that, the rescuers head back to base. But then one of the Fizz followers randomly shows up to warn the Rangers. But Gadget's invention freaks out, and the guy leaves. The rescuers then return to the cult to investigate. But another one of Gadget's inventions breaks. After that, she's like, you know what, yeah, I quit. Bye. Just leaves the team, see ya. Also, the Fizz follower shows up again and warns the rescuers that something is up at the Fizz cult. We then cut to Gadget, who is sitting in the rain, crying, probably going to get pneumonia. And then she's approached by the cult leader who is like, oh no, what's this? You're a vulnerable and emotionally compromised individual who recently divorced yourself from your previous friend group? Well, do I have an offer for you? And yeah, he brings her into the Cola cult, where she is promptly blasted with orange soda. The rest of the crew then shows up to rescue Gadget and stumbles across a hidden room that has all of the earthly possessions of the cult members. Wait, are you telling me that this cult that is about fellowship and not being attached to earthly possessions is actually all about keeping earthly possessions? What? Who saw that coming? What a twist! Actually, to be fair, there is a bit of a twist, because the leader of the cult gets betrayed by his second-in-command, named Bubbles, who wants to be in charge of the entire cult and keep all the stuff. By the way, Bubbles here, a complete idiot. Like, Gadget escapes, and he's like, she won't come back? And then, she comes back 2 minutes later in a tank, and then goes Rambo on all of them. At the end, the bad guys are defeated, and the cult leader is like, dang, I guess this is the end of our cult. And Gadget is like, you never needed a cult. You just gotta know where you belong. Okay, bye. Okay? That feels like a very sudden conclusion. I can only imagine the drive back to base for the rescuers. And Dale's like, so should we call the police? Are those mice gonna be okay? Dale, don't worry. Ratigan will take care of them.
You know what happens when someone upsets me.
In conclusion, I applaud the Rescue Rangers for having fun with its premise and exploring stories and topics that many other shows would have shied away from. I mean, most children's cartoons could never pull this off. Could you imagine a Rugrats cult episode? Or SpongeBob? Or My Little Pony? Wait, hold up. They did an episode about a cult. Huh. But here for the rescuers, it was a good fit. Gadget lost faith in herself, she was emotionally compromised, and she found herself trying to seek fulfillment at a cult. That's a very real thing that happens with actual cults and actual people. Organizations that seek out individuals who feel empty.
Excuse me, are y'all with the cult?
We're not a cult. We're an organization that promotes love and...
Yeah, this is it.
Who are desperate to find answers and fill the void in their lives. They want to belong to something greater than themselves. But unfortunately for them, these cults aren't the answer and typically don't have a happy ending. Like, you're lucky enough if you can escape with your life. Someone on Twitter asked the writer for this episode, Kevin Hops, if this story was based on any real-life cults or events, but he said no. So if there are any parallels in this episode to real-life events, it's most likely purely coincidental. But here's the thing that surprised me the most about this episode. The cult leader was genuine about his belief in the cult and had faith in the power of Fizz. That or he's a world-class actor who totally threw his lackey under the bus. Master, please! They found out! Help me! Officer, I have no idea who this mouse is. Must be an intern. So yeah, props to the Rescue Rangers for keeping it real. And it seems that this show has plenty of other weird episodes out there, like this gender swap episode. I haven't seen it. It's probably a lot of fun with Gadget and Dale's body and Dale and oh my god, why are their heads switched? Oh no, I don't like that. That is awful. That is a nightmare. It's almost as bad as the trailer for the movie. This film's gonna suck, isn't it? So a big shout out to this video sponsor, Warby Parker. Yo, guys, check out my new glasses from Warby. Yes, round and smooth, just like my brain. I actually posted a picture of my new glasses on Twitter, and a lot of folks started to call me a nerd. It hurt my feelings. Though some folks were like, hey, you are a nerd, but you're a handsome nerd. Seriously though, these new glasses were long overdue, and getting them through Warby was a snap. As we spectacle wearers know, it can be quite the struggle to find that perfect pair of glasses. Will they fit? Will I like the style? Do I have to stand around awkwardly in public, squinting my eyes as I look into the mirror? But don't worry, folks. That is where Warby Parker comes to the rescue. Warby is truly committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores, offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, eye exams, and contact lenses. Hell, they even have glasses starting at $95, which also includes prescription lenses. And they even offer sunglasses progressives and blue light lenses too. Honestly, the entire process of picking out my glasses was incredibly easy. Warby has this program called the Home Try-On, and it's a way for you to select 5 frames to test out for 5 days, as they ship you the lenses to try on for free. They even have a quiz to help you find an ideal pick. The size of the frames, the width of your head, the colors you prefer, questions like that to help you narrow down your search. I really like how personalized the quiz is, and how it helps you to discover the top picks you want to try out. I used the Home Try-On quiz to help me pick out my newest pair of glasses, the Nelly in Cognac Tortoise with Riesling. Sounds fancy, right? I tried on the sample pairs, thought it over, and then made my selection. Warby then asked for my prescription, which I uploaded to the website, and then boom, we were good to go. After waiting a few days, the glasses were on their way. In the meanwhile, I packed up the sample frames and mailed them right back to Warby free of charge. Guys, honestly, this Home Try-On program is incredibly awesome, and this will be the way that I do my glasses shopping for the rest of my life. It is so convenient, and I appreciate how personalized the quiz is, with the broad selection of glasses and ease of access for me to find that perfect pair of spectacles. So, go hit up warbyparker.com/saberspark to sample 5 pairs of glasses at home for free. You get 5 days to try them out, see what you like, but no obligation to buy anything at all. And like I said before, the shipping is free and prepaid for, so no worries about that. Again, I genuinely love Warby Parker and their Home Try-On program, and I highly recommend them.